Hello, my name is Lucas Shabot and I'm the director of the music video Layla by Eric Clapton.
Hi, I'm Callum Ford and I'm the main editor for the music video Layla by Eric Clapton. Welcome to the director's commentary.
Our media production utilises the conventions of a modern music video, such as Drive-By by Train and Grenade by Bruno Mars, by telling a lost love. In our production we use the same thing, and the protagonist at the end we see that he loses his love through the imagery and the song and things like that. We also followed the camera techniques of handheld camera footage, which gives it a more rustic and more raw feel for the emotions of our characters. This type of camera work is quite typical for a lost love music video, seen here in Grenade, and we wanted to capture the feeling of a professional video making in the same way, but without the bigger budget. The use of lip syncing by a main protagonist who supposedly sings, for most of the musicians, most of the duration is a trope utilized by all music video directors, since it's a great way to combine the musicians' natural singing talent with their acting, so their unprofessionalism doesn't become too obvious for the viewer. Of course, the song wasn't actually sang or performed by an actor, but he did it to tell the story. Sorry. Black and white footage is used within our production, which was inspired by the music video "Someone Like You" by Adele, who uses black and white footage for symbolism of depression, which uses but instead of symbolizing depression, we use it for symbolizing memories. And we also got the inspiration to go for a long walk montage from this music video, because we thought it would work well for the depression tone of the story and music video. The montage near the end of the video is partially inspired by the film Godfather, which also utilizes a montage of contrasting imagery to highlight the differences between events. Also, a song gets quicker towards the end of the song. We pace the cuts more frequently to suit with the pace of the song, which was inspired by mainstream action movies that speed up their cuts to different shots as the music scene gets more intense.
Our main product and auxiliary texts are quite similar, as they both feature the main actor within our production and contain some screenshots from our production for our auxiliary texts. The poster includes the main actor and actress with while the text on the poster talks about how good the song is, which helps promote the album. The quotes were from famous music magazines to further cement the idea that this album is critically acclaimed by professionals. The other print artifacts, as in the cover of it, is in some posters so that people would know what to buy. The main protagonist is in black and white because he is sad and depressed that his girlfriend has left him within our main music video. This effect was achieved by using Photoshop to remove the background around the boy, move the image on the poster's background and painting thin white lines around the image. His girlfriend is on the left, with the sun shining down on her to make it seem that he's reflecting on how she seems perfect in his eyes. This was done by painting a line of yellow across the background around her, removing some bits around it to make it look like streaks, and blurring it so it merges with the background And finally, decreasing the opacity so it's not too bright to obscure the girl from the view. The thing is that she has her back to him, meaning we cannot see her face, so it seems like she is walking away from his light and he is ruining good times. We got our image from our main production and used the same technique that we used to get the boys' image from the separate image. The CD cover was achieved with a mixture of different Photoshop techniques and some inspiration. The colourful front colour and flamboyant text was inspired by old album covers that were made during the 1970s, where this song was originally produced. The way we got the image so colourful is by adjusting the brightness and contrast and hue so it enhances the colour more than normal. The image of our two protagonists hugging during a sunset effect was obviously faked by getting a stock image of a sunset and placing the image of the boy and the girl hugging over the top and adding some effects to make it look like the sun was shining on. The floating text of the inside cover images was achieved by typing out the text and then using the transform tool to make it look like it was attached to the wall. The black and white effects were simply a filter.
To find out what our audience feedback was we sent out 20 questionnaires to our target audience with different ages, gender and ethnicity. We asked them to watch our production and asked them to write a few questions and the different aspects of the production on the questionnaire. What we have learned from our audience feedback is that most of our audience find that the production is good, is at a good standard. Maybe not excellent, but at least satisfying enough to watch with pleasure. This may be due to some lacking qualities within the production, which we will get to talk about later on. People found that observing our blog, they found the planning was in a good state of condition, which is down to our 37 posts and detailed within them. When questioned on the different attributes of our production, the sound and the music was very good. And 77% of the people thought that it was excellent. Therefore, most of the people liked this. This is quite surprising, as it is a rock song, and generally people do not listen to rock music. From our questionnaire, this is what we found, and they basically prefer to listen to other songs rather than rock music. This means that our selection music for our audience was most appropriate, considered the reaction of our audience. On the other hand, the aspect that people thought was the weakest of the production was the mise en scène, which some people described it as average and uninspiring. This might be down to a lack of research into appropriate environment to film in, and improvisational nature of the costume design, because of the rushed nature of our filming time. If we had another chance to record, another chance to do it again, we would dedicate more time to finding filming locations and filming in general to have a higher quality of product. All other aspects of our production got either an excellent or good review, making our production most consistent except for the previously mentioned reception of our mise en scène. Other criticisms that have been highlighted have been mostly of the narrative, since some of the people found it a bit confusing, which may be down to the sudden reveal of the man, changing the meaning of the story. It could have been handled a bit better, since there was a lack of foreshadowing in the video, and that's hardly explained within the music video itself. If I was to do this production again, we would probably add scenes of the other boyfriend to establish him more into the story. The general feedback of the print artifacts was excellent, with people saying that it fits the tone of the video and the music. Most of them said that unnecessary text and the video worked well, but there were a few who thought that we used many different fonts, therefore we should have used basic colour schemes. The use of fonts was mostly good. A few people said it was excellent, meaning that the people could read the text and they liked the font that we used.
In the research stage, the media technologies we used were Blogger to type all the information which we found. We used it week by week, and as we used it, before we know a few things about the site. It is like a log that we kept, keeping up with everything that we did from the first thing we did in the research project right to the end of the construction and evaluation parts. This allowed us to research the codes and conventions of modern music video making and other information that could be used in media production. We used sites like Google to search for images, information and other things to add to the blog. This is how we found the stock image of the sunset for our album cover. Through the use of YouTube, we were able to watch music videos and analyse them to get some inspiration from real media products. We also embedded the video so that we could watch it from our blog. In the planning stage, we thought about a few songs which we thought would be appropriate to create a music video under the guidelines of our research, and created a synopsis against that song that we had chosen, which was Layla. Once this was done, we drew a storyboard to put together ideas for different shots and some evidence of planning. In this stage, we sent an email to the company who has all the rights of the song Layla by Eric Clapton. We asked them if we could borrow the songs for a non-profit basis and create a music video. The cameras we used were a Sony HD camera, so the footage we filmed was of a high quality, and we used a tripod to get stable shots within our production. In the construction stage, the media technologies we used were Adobe Premiere Pro to edit all of our main productions, to add effects like black and white, slow and fast motion, and zoom in. A major aspect of the editing was the final montage at the end, which revealed the twist which we achieved by cutting and sync the music video to give it a look that was professional and was most effective. Another technology that we used was Photoshop to edit and construct the poster around the digipack. We took a few images from the internet, copyright-free of course, and some screenshots from our main production to be included in the ancillary texts. We edited the images again, so a couple of images together and text from a song or a quote from memory that links with the image that we were creating. The final piece of technology we will use for this production will be the video converter to download the videos necessary to complete this evaluation. We hope you enjoyed this director's commentary. This is me, Callum Ford.
And me, Lucas Shalbert.
Signing out. And we used the Sony head.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to cut that. Obviously. Just
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
No.
Okay. Stop laughing. Don't say that.